Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we have to talk about this thing that's been brewing with Chris Paul and Giannis since the NBA Finals when Chris was in Houston. Giannis got his first ring. Well, last night it was a series of events that led up to them almost getting into it in the post game, and we're gonna go through those right now. So first, here you see Chris Paul matched up on Giannis. Giannis gets tripped up on the spin. Feels like Chris Paul intentionally did it. Takes exception. You can see Jeremy Sohan pushing, somebody from Giannis' team pushing Sohan. And right here, he goes after Chris Paul, pointing to him, talking to him. And so it kind of gets started back up right there. Well, later on, Giannis is shooting the free throws, and we know his struggles there. That would just take him to another stratosphere as a player if he could make even 73% of them. But he misses, and when he turns around, Chris Paul is right there taunting, telling him, follow through, shoot, like he's coaching him like his son, and so Giannis takes exception to that. On his way to the bench, right here, he's telling him, okay, after the game, see you after the game. They're going at it, jaw jacking. And so, lo and behold, as the final horn sounds, Giannis is standing center court saying, I'm right here. And Chris Paul is talking to him. And so it's a kind of a funny interaction there. And so now we'll check out what Giannis had to say in response to this in the post game. Let's check it out.
React, I guess, coming back on the floor and then after the game to kind of go half court. That's a little unusual for you. So what did bother you?
Why is it unusual?
I don't think we typically see you go.
They haven't tried me. You gotta try me. People that know me, they don't try me. If you try me, it's a different side. Yeah. So if you try me, you're gonna get that different side of me. Yeah, okay. At the end of the day, I think we're all men. We all respect one another, and if words cross the line, then there's got to be consequence. At the end of the day, I won't say much. I won't say much. Try to play the game the right way. But enough is enough. Like if I feel like you're putting my livelihood and my career and my body in jeopardy, in danger, enough is enough, brother. I have family to feed, and what makes you laugh can also make you cry sometimes, huh?
So in that scenario, to the victor goes the spoil. So what Giannis could do about Chris Paul picking on his free throws is make your free throws. Now I could see you getting upset, taking exception to someone you feel like is making Bush League plays, and it's not like Chris Paul doesn't have a history of making some plays that many would deem dirty, even going back to college where he was hitting people below the belt and stuff like that. So when you have that reputation of trying to get a dirty one off, people may be quicker to jump at you. So I'm not saying that Giannis is coming from nowhere with this. I'm talking about like at the free throw line, you got rewarded with the foul. Shut him up by making the free throws. That's the way to solve that. And as far as trying to get with him post game, I mean, Chris Paul's not about to do all that. He's not about to fight post game. Definitely not about to fight a Giannis. And some would argue, that he has calmed down with the Pacers bringing James Johnson back. You know how he ran into their locker room that time. So it'll be interesting to see if anything happens there. But I think Giannis means what he says. I think Chris Paul does need to be called to the carpet for some of his plays and some of the things he's done during his time playing basketball. But I don't know if a post-game fight at center court is the way to do it. I remember Giannis got mad at, was it Mario Hezonja when he dunked on him in Madison Square Garden, and he stepped over him. He said next time he's going to hit him in his nuts. That's exactly what he said. And I'm like, man, you don't want to do that type of stuff because that's going to get you a healthy suspension in this day and age. You don't want to intentionally do that type of stuff, and you don't want to wear your emotions on your sleeves when play gets a little physical and people talking. You got to learn to block some of that out, because with you being the most dominant player on the floor every night, when you get going, you're the most dominant. Nobody can stop you from scoring close to the basket. I'm glad you showed the resolve to get through the game, but you can fight after a game and still get a suspension. So you leave the court, man, think on it. You might even see him over the summer. You might see him in the back or something like that. You handle that then. But doing it center court at the opposing team's arena, if it was somebody that would have obliged, that could have got messy. So I would remind Giannis that he's too important to the game. Chris Paul has been too important to the game for y'all to engage in combat. Feel like Chris Paul fouled you hard. Feel like he did. Send him a nice shoulder block when he come off one of them pick and rolls, because Chris Paul like to sell it. Give him something he don't have to sell. I'll say that. Hit him with a nice shoulder block. Take him out there and sling him down. Not like undercut, but just give him a nice little tackle out there if you feel like you need to send your message. And take whatever comes with that. But yeah, I just want to go over this, guys. I want to know what you guys think about this. Was Giannis out of bounds for trying to call Chris Paul out for altercation in the post game? Because this is what we like to see, right? The game is missing some of this. I like the no love lost nature of it. It's enjoyable to watch, because now you know that the competition isn't compromised. They not signed the clutch. They not you don't have to question the competition. I'll say that. So do you guys think that this was out of bounds, or this is good old basketball? We've been asking for this, right? So when some of the fighting and some of the tension starts to show back up in the game, we can't cry that it's back. Or, let me know how you feel about it either way, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.